Hello, everybody. Welcome to a brand new, exciting episode of the Save Slot 3 Gamescast. I'm your host, EOF Gizmo, joined me by Massive Das
Hey everyone.
and Mr. CW Lanky.
Hi, Dave.
Boys, another week's gone. We're almost to December, which is disgusting because
It is.
it means we are a day
Wild
closer to the
times.
grave, and me and Pengles get ever closer to being 40. Ever closer.
Yes.
Actually, a little bit too close for comfort, Craigo. But thankfully, it's not that day. What it is, though, is what we've been buying and what we've been playing. So, Mr. Massive Das, tell us all what you have purchased and what you have played this week in video games.
Okay, so I bought on PSN in the Black Friday sale Lego Voyagers, and I played some of it with Craig. This is the only PS5 game I played this week. It's compared to Little Nightmares 3. Would you agree it's much better, Craig?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's still
It's
a
way
bit
more
iffy.
actual. It's actually trying to do something different.
Mm.
It's actually got a bit of like a fun demeanor to it as well.
Shots have been fired.
Yeah. It's still a bit iffy. And like, oh, we're trying to do something. Like, oh no, we got to press the circle because we want to unattach from the Lego. But it does sort of make sense because you don't want to be sticking to like all the Lego all the time and stuff like that. There's one of the puzzles we definitely didn't do it the right way. Um,
No, we got there eventually, didn't we?
we got there eventually. Our our way of just building a tower out of pin blocks with that. So we got to go back to that. I don't expect we've got that much to go. It's only about 3 or 4 hour game, and I think it's from we quick looked, it could be needs the platinum as well for us. So
Yeah, it was about 16% completion on true achievements. So I thought it was
mm,
pretty doable.
yeah, so that's pretty doable for us. So that's the
It's got a
PlayStation.
very generous chapter select as well because we were on like
Yeah,
chapter 29 or something like that. It was like
Nice.
as this tiny game got that many chapters.
It's pages
yeah,
at
They
that
knew what they
point,
were
isn't it?
doing.
It's not chapters.
Yeah.
yes, yeah. So that's the PlayStation. But I do have another pickup I bought on the PSN
Bum,
because
bum, bum.
I had some credit and stuff like that because I just didn't buy Lego Voyage just for 16 quid. I went and bought a £20 voucher of Shot 2 that was like £17. So I'm spending a pound more by gaining like 4 quid. Yeah, the good old Penguin shenanigans.
Christ.
Hey,
What do the numbers
You
mean,
spent a
Pengles?
I don't know. But anyway, I had credit and I had like 8 quid in my PSN account. I was like, had a look in the sale. I was like, oh, okay, that's not too bad for it. Dave has talked highly of this game but on the Switch too. I picked up additionally Star Wars Outlaws. It was 20 quid on PSN, so I had to put like £12 to it. So when I'm gonna play it, I don't know. I think this could be a 2026 backlog game. But yeah, and if it isn't very good, I'm blaming you, Dave.
That's fine. I've taken blame for many things over the years, Pengi. It's all good fun.
Yeah. So
You'll like it. It's a Pengi-ass Pengi game.
yeah. So that was the like
Oh, I
pickups.
don't know. You know what it's like with Ubisoft, Dave.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he'll forget.
Just gotta pretend it's got a PlayStation Studios logo
Yeah,
at the front of
exactly,
it, Pengi, and
exactly.
then you'll be happy. You'll be happy then.
Yeah.
Just every game you play, Pengi, pretend that's there, and you'll have the best time ever in video games.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, this
Yeah.
Halo game's pretty fun.
Yeah. There's kills.
My Little Pony. This is brilliant.
Just
The
pretend
artistic merit, the
You think-
cutscenes,
things
the
like
cinematography.
Pengles likes that
Oh
anyway.
God, Neil Druckmann.
Yeah.
Pengi's like,
Oh, imagine
Barbie's
that Neil
Funhouse.
Druckmann directed My Little Pony game.
It'd be
That'd
terrible.
be great. But anyway, that was PlayStation. Then on Switch 2, I played one thing, and that's Cabriolet Riders. I finished that. I've sold it. Not very good. Personally, I think it'd be okay if you're going to play it in multiplayer and have multiplayer
The
fun.
multiplayer racing game, Pengi, might be quite good in multiplayer. You suggest?
Yeah. Sort of thing. Definitely not worth the £65 RRP. I didn't pay that for it, but if you going to go buy it on the eShop or whatever, definitely not worth that. So that's Switch 2. And then on PC, I've played for 3 things and I've finished 2 of them. So the first is the Berlin Apartment, which I did get a review code for. It's very similar to Edith Finch. It's playing like a family tree. You're playing as different people in this apartment in Berlin over time. Sort of thing, like your father's talking to the daughter, but they find stuff and he tells like a little story and thing like that. It is on console. Is well, yeah, it's actually pretty good. I really liked it. So
It's a gas from Craig.
yeah, I like that.
You okay, Craig?
Carry on. I'll let you know in a minute. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, carry on.
Then I also played Keeper on PC through the Xbox app. I played that through Game Pass. Really good, very weird, very double fine. I think you say, Craig, it feels like an indie game, even though it's like not an indie, it's Xbox publishing game. It's like the farthest way you can get from an indie title, but it does feel like one of them. It also reminds me of the Midnight Walk I played this year, but like way better version of that. Obviously, with the art style thing like that. So I finished that, and I even got the
What
Thousand
did
Key
you
on
think
it.
of the ending when you're basically just the tire thing, Pengi? Because I loved that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was having so much fun with that.
yeah. It was pretty good, and like the little bit that comes after it and stuff like that is pretty fun. And I even went back and got the 1000G because I was missing like 4 or 5 achievements after I finished it. So I was like, might as well go that. Something like that. And then I started another Xbox game on PC for a Game Pass today, and that's South of Midnight, where I'm on Chapter 6. Again, like I really like the art style and stuff like that. The music's really good. Like one's not a boss fight, but you get some like music now and then like the boss fight, and they're singing about like who you're fighting and things like that, and like a bit of like weird southern like twang and stuff like that. Yeah, really good. Enjoying what I've played of that so far, and that is it. Little bit of a PC sort of week slash Xbox, I guess, week for me.
Very nice, Pengi. I'm assuming, Craig, your gasp was about the Fulham score.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
I
watching
just
it
I
live.
just turned around.
2-0
and I
down
was
in
like,
5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
The second goal is an absolute calamity as well. Vicario's he's gone on the wander and he's just tapped it. Well, he's an open goal from 25 yards out. It's just dodgy keeper, Dave.
Yeah,
Dodgy
it's not
keeper.
good. Obviously, we don't talk about English sports on this podcast anymore because it's football is dead.
Unless it's Tottenham losing, because we all hate
Yeah.
Tottenham, right?
If Tottenham lose, that's worth talking about. Obviously, and Man United. That's probably the two teams that are funniest to laugh at.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, we'll go on to me before we get to Craig. Let Craig calm down his little erection he's got going on right now about Tottenham losing. Pickups. I actually had a pickup, Craig. I
wouldn't know what this was.
So
Did you put it down?
So I did. So what happened? That's quite quick for you. So I bought a game digitally in a sale because I thought, that'd be really funny for the 2026 backlog game thing. And I was like, that'd be really funny. And I was like, before I commit to it, I'll check it runs on my Legion Go. And I think 7 frames per second I managed to get, Craig. Would you like to guess the game, Pengi?
Really fun.
I thought it would be funny. Not fun, funny.
Funny.
When did it come out? Give us like a year range.
Originally, I think 2024.
Yeah, so it's quite new.
Yeah.
Who makes it?
Not
Who's
telling
the
you because
publisher?
it's too obvious. You just have one guess. It's Xbox Play Anywhere. That's how I refunded it. I've already refunded it because it ran badly. And it was probably a terrible idea.
Xbox last year.
What would be really funny if I played... Not saying it came to Xbox last year, Pengi. I'm saying it came out last year.
Oh, but... Final Fantasy 16.
There we go. That was what I was going to do.
You've got to let it go,
That was
Dave.
what I was going to go. I was like,
You've got to let it go, mate.
Well, luckily it didn't run.
This game is hovering over you. You hate it. Just let it go.
Yeah, I do. Well,
Let it sail into the sunset, mate.
Right,
Don't keep doing this to yourself.
My mate Luke,
This,
every time
Metal
I
Gear
mention
Solid.
Breath of the Wild.
All these games, Dave, you just got to let them go. Just they're gone.
Get verified though. I've never seen that verified.
Yeah, but it's not running well verified. And you know how bad Windows is at the moment, Becky.
Yeah. I was gonna say I burned an apartment. I did try on my Rogue Ally, and I like the final chapter and stuff like that. It's like it's Steam Deck verified. I was getting like 20 frames a second out of it. It's like this, and that game has like no graphics options. You literally can change the resolution. That's it. And didn't matter if I was playing 720p, 900, or 1080p on the ROG. It was always like 20 frames a second. Yeah, on the actual laptop, I was getting 144 frames a second.
Yeah, so what,
So I have no idea
what they've done, Craigo,
what's wrong
is
there.
Microsoft pushed a Windows update, but obviously didn't tell the Xbox team, and it's like completely tanked game performance on AMD, which is every single handheld. So like games have gone from running at like 40 to like 7. It's funny. But yeah, so I didn't pick up Final Fantasy in the end. I picked up and put it down.
Don't do it again, Dave.
I won't.
Don't just let
I
it.
won't,
Just
Unless it
stop.
comes
This
to
is becoming like the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5
unless
now.
it
Final
comes to
Fantasy
Nintendo,
16.
in which case it'll be a 10 out of 10 for me.
How many times have you bought Final Fantasy 16 at this point?
Once.
I suppose you'd be fun.
Yeah, once.
Yeah, God.
I bought it.
Don't do it
It
again.
annoyed me so much that I ended up basically cursing
Selling the
this
PlayStation.
podcast because what I've done is turned you into Pengi. That's my fault. It's my fault that you like crappy indie games and play The Last of Us. It's my fault. I'm sorry, everyone. It's on me. You were pure. You were like, you know, like you'd never looked at a pair of tits before. You were great. You were just a happy little guy just playing around. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Call of Duty's
Yeah,
fun.
but then we're just,
Now look what I've done
more
to
than
you.
anything
I've ruined him.
we'd only have
ruined
every episode with Craig would be about Call of Duty.
Yeah, maybe good. I've ruined him. Anyway, we said that Tears would get the views, didn't we? But anyway, back on track, boys. So I didn't buy that. Well, I did, but I didn't. So what I have bought is nothing with a K. But I have played a lot this week, boys, because obviously it's been my charity thing. I've got 4 hours to get, boys, between today and close of play tomorrow. So I feel like we'll be all right. So let's start with Steam. Go on, Pengi.
I was going to say, where I last saw you in Metal Gear, there's only about 4 hours left in that. So.
Yeah, it depends. If I wake up tomorrow and I decide to take some Adderall and drink half a bottle of vodka, I might do it.
Don't do it again, Dave. Just let it go. Let Metal Gear Solid go.
Oh, this is.
Right, you don't have to do it to yourself.
Trust me. This one that I've bought, I can't. It's so bad. I'd pay money for you to play it, Craigo. Like gun to your head.
I'd rather not. I'd rather play something I enjoy.
That's why I said gun to head.
Yeah, I think you would actually try to play it properly.
Wait a minute, what do you mean?
I don't know.
Hang on a minute.
You've
Pengi.
seen me do stealth on Little Nightmares, Pengi. I have zero patience for that
I am
shit.
trying to do it properly. The game just won't let me. It just fights for me the whole way. Pengi. I turn around. He's like he's a fucking tank. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing, fella?" And I'm like, "Oh, hang on a minute. I've been jumped." But anyway, if you want to watch me play Metal Gear Solid and see Pengles type ferociously at why I'm doing badly, you can check it out on my channel. But we haven't played any Metal Gear Solid this week, Craig. What we have played is Half-Life 2 on Steam, which I finished. It took about 9 hours, I think, Pengi. I haven't done episode 1 and 2 yet, the like DLC stuff, but I will do it. Really fun game. It gets better as well. Like the last couple of missions are like proper old school Halo missions, without spoiling it. Like Ravenholm's really good, and then you get a weapon called the gravity gun. This is not a spoiler because it's a 20-year-old game, and that shit is just fun. And you get it like supercharged at the end. Yeah, it's a really good game. I would recommend if you haven't played Half-Life. Half-Life 2 is good. So that's finished. Another one for the backlog, Pengi. So that's another one ticked off. And then next on the PlayStation 5, I have finished Rise of the Tomb Raider, boys.
Oh.
Which is another game on the backlog challenge done. Really, really good. And again, a shock to no one. I didn't really like the first game. I just didn't like Lara. I think that was my problem with the first of the Crystal Dynamics games, is that she just fell down a lot and made like really like annoying noises, and it was like really, it was quite off-putting, to be honest with you. But there was like a nucleus of a really fun game in there. And in the second game, she's more capable and less annoying, and they've just got more set pieces, and the tombs are more interesting, and it's just like a level up, really. And it's really, really good. Rise of the Tomb Raider is great. It's one of those franchises that you are always on sale or given away. So if you haven't played them, I would recommend it. I know the first games come to Switch 1 and 2 now, so I suspect Rise will as well eventually. But yeah, it's a really fun game. Highly recommend it. And the more I played it, I was like, fucking hell, there's a lot of Uncharted crossover here. Some of the set pieces are the same. And There's a lot of Uncharted 4, which is very coincidentally like this as well, like the grapple hook stuff and a couple of the other mechanics. I was like, core, it's a bit similar, isn't it? Uncharted 4. But I think Uncharted 4 just is like a super polished version of it. And I seriously recommend to Craigo to play the Uncharted games now that obviously he's been cursed with a PlayStation. They're worth playing. They still hold up as well. All three of the PS3 ones that are on PS4 hold up, and then the PS5 ports of the PS4 games are great because obviously PlayStation, right, they've got to be on every console. But yeah, recommend that. And then for other games finished, Craigo, I don't think you were expecting to see this one in the group chat, but I finished FIFA World Cup 2006 on the Xbox 360.
Yeah, that's out of nowhere, Dave.
So I was looking through my fucking cupboard of games, and I looked at it and I was like, I wonder if any of these football games have got like quite easy achievements, because when we played it, I would have literally just played with my brother, right? Because that's what you do. And there was none of the achievements are like play the game. They're all like the one mode. There's like a challenge mode. You have like you're basically put in like scenarios to like qualifying at halftime and you're 3-1 down or something, right? And that was all it was. So I was like, you know what? So I sat there for an hour, just blasted out this terribly old football game that played like absolute trash. But some of the squads, like the Ivory Coast squad that had like, I think the front two were Didier Drogba and Aruna Dindane, and I was like, oh, take me back to the Barclays days. Some fucking Wigan Athletic players up in this hizzle. But yeah, it was quite fun. And I got the 1000G.
It's weird to think like back now, because back then they would just do a game for like a football game for every like tournament and that. If they did that now, they get slaughtered. People would go nuts.
Yeah, they do it as like weird DLC now, don't they? Or they like.
Well, yeah, that's what you'd expect them to do, isn't it? Like back then, it's like you think about it now, you're like, yeah, people would lose.
Well, they were different developers as well. That was the crazy thing about it. So like, a lot of the times it wasn't EA making the FIFA World Cup game. It'd be some sort of weird subsidiary. Because I have, which ones do I have? I have 06 World Cup. I have 08 Euros because we didn't qualify. And I remember me and my brother doing it because you could do like captain your club, as like they introduced like where you were one player and they'd like.
Oh, club. Yeah.
And me and my brother played the co-op of that. I think we were Wales. This is back when Wales didn't even have Bale, I don't think, or he was like a left back. And yeah, we played it quite a lot. But yeah, I used to quite enjoy the random World Cup games because it was like a real focus on the tournament. So like this is really themed for the German tournament. Like there's loads of like facts and stuff, and it's got a very like German flavour to it. Like I used to really like, I can't remember which game it was. The tournament, I think it was the Brazil one. I think it was 2014. I remember playing it quite a lot, and that had like a really like samba-y feel to it. It was good, but yeah, it's one of those things. The 360 and the PS3 have like like a weird library of just games that you can kind of just play. If you've got a PS3 or a 360 and you just fancy playing a game of a certain type, because of the way the console, you can buy a game for about under $5 and just chuck it in, and if it's terrible, it's fine. But if it's not, like, it has achievements and trophies, so it's like a weird, still kind of relevant to like your accounts kind of thing. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like it's a very weird like retro point that we've got to, because obviously the 360 is 20 years old now, but it's all still connected to like now. It's very interesting. I like that. I mean, I'm a very nostalgic person, so it's fun that you can see it on your profile. Like it'd be pretty funny if I turned on the PlayStation, I saw Pengi play, and I don't know what kind of game, Little Big Planet karting, and I'd be like, oh, Penguin's just got that platinum, how interesting. But yeah, it's cool. So sticking with the 360, Pengi, I've played some more Forza Motorsport 3, and it really is so much fun. And I'm blown away by how much fun it is. Like Simcade mechanics and like the career mode structure. It's just an enjoyable. I play like a couple races a night. Like it's that secondary racing game, Craigo. You know it, you love it. Secondary racing game, yeah, it's really fun. And then the other 360 game I played, just because I saw it and I was like, I've literally done the tutorial, but not even the Pro League. Mirror's Edge. And what a throwback. So Mirror's Edge is funny, right? Because it looks amazing still. Like graphically, it looks fantastic. Like I can't believe how good it looks for a 360 game. And I'm playing it on base 360, so I think it's backwards compatible, right? So I'd be interested to see what it looks like on the Series X. But looks great. It's weird. It's like an indie game. It's really strange. Like if you called it Mirror's Pledge and it was from Devolver, you'd be like, oh, it's an okay indie game. I'll play that on Game Pass now. But obviously at the time it was like a big budget game. It's not very good. I'll be honest, it's not. If it held up back then, I clearly don't. I think me and Craig both have the tutorial achievements, but then we didn't do the Prologue level. But it's really,
I hate them.
yeah, it's really
Absolutely hate them.
trial and error, and the controls are kind of strange. Like, I've finished a couple levels just for the achievements, really. I was sat here playing it like during my lunch breaks. I was playing about an hour, but yeah, it's a really fascinating concept. I'd be really interested if it had come out this year on Game Pass, what people would have thought, because there was just no games like it at the time. It's quite a fascinating look into what games are now.
Didn't they do a sequel a few years ago?
They did.
Yeah, because everyone wanted one, and then
again,
the sequel totally bombed in there.
I want you to guess what year you think that came out when you say a few years ago.
2018.
Mirror's Edge Catalyst came out in 2016. That was 8 years.
That was not good.
8 years after Mirror's Edge 1. But wasn't it just a reboot? Like, it wasn't actually a sequel, right?
Yeah, it was like a sequel reboot-y thing. Yeah,
It's a great character design, so it's sad that she never got anywhere.
I never played I didn't play that much of the first one either. Yeah,
it's interesting. I mean, the first one, I think, in a way, you quite like, Pengi, because it's very linear, and like I said, it feels like an indie game. I think it's about 3 hours long. So if it was an easy platinum on your PS3, I don't think you'd be against it. But yeah, it was just an interesting game. It was one of those. I looked on the shelf, see what I had, and I was like, oh, I don't think I owned. I think it's my brother's, because the time of when I got the first achievement lines up with when I was at uni and wasn't really playing games. Pardon me. But when I'd come home for Christmas that first year, I think. I definitely didn't buy it myself. It's not one of those that I would have gone out and bought. But yeah, it was an interesting thought. And the last game I've played, boys, I played some Mario Kart World. Today was the EU Knockout Tour online event. I did my 16 races. I got to 5,800 points, Craigo, from 3,000. Couple of wins in there, couple of second places, and I think only once did I not get into the top half. So I'd be interested to see next week how I ranked. But as I logged off, the top 10 were like someone had got like 9,000 points from 16 races, which is mental. Which means they were probably winning every single part of every race. But
yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those, like, I like these kind of events. It was advertised on the Nintendo Switch Online, and I was like, I love this game anyway, so I might as well just turn it on to play this, right? It was a good couple hours today. Obviously, I'm doing my charity thing anyway, so. But yeah, I love Mario Kart World. But yeah, I'm sure I'll talk about it more when we do our end of year chat. So let's get to Craigo. Craigo, what have you bought? What have you played this week?
So where do we start? I'll start with Pokemon, because I don't think I'd finished that last week, but I have now finished Pokemon.
Woo!
Yeah. I think I was like rank B last week, something like that. So I did the final rank, and then you did the bit at the end, right? When you're going around the city and you're seeing all the teams that you've faced before, and you've all come together now, and you're all working together.
Obviously, Craigo.
So done all that. Beat the big bad. And yeah, I finished that. I think I played about 30 hours because then I unlocked some more side quests. So I was like, so I'll do as many of these as I can. I do the ones where it's like, oh, just battle someone. The ones where it's like, oh, catch a extra large version of this Pokemon. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. You can jog on at that point, but yeah, the ones where it was just battling or doing something like fun and interesting like that, I did. So yeah, I quite enjoyed that. And I played like I said, quite a bit, good 30 hours. And I was like, right, well, what's my handheld game going to be now then? Because I've obviously been using the Switch a lot as my handheld device. Metroid's out soon, so I don't really want to buy anything else on the Switch at the moment. And I was like, well, let's get the old Portal back up and running, because we haven't had that running for a long time, have we, boys? And I played so much of that last year, and I think I've not even barely turned it on this year. So I got that back up and running. I did have those about 5 updates, I think, for the bloody thing.
Nice.
Because obviously they've added so much to that now, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
And I just hadn't, like I said, I hadn't even turned it on. So I have to do all the back-to-back updates. That was just one night where I was just doing that over and over again in the background whilst I was doing something. And I was like, let's play Destroy All Humans 2 on it, because that's on my backlog challenge.
Yeah.
That's something I bought last year in the Black Friday sale. So I started that. I've done the first area, which is like the San Francisco Bay area how have they not scored there? But I'm killing the hippies and the Russians, Dave, which is great fun.
Yeah.
I'm now in London. It's not called London, it's called Albion.
Yeah.
I'm now in
Yep.
London, doing that bit. It's all gone very Austin Powers, James Bond on me.
Yeah, it's
I'm
pretty.
loving.
If it's anything like the original version of 2, it gets yeah, it's way more out.
So yeah, but a lot more of that, and yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's just a silly game to play in handheld,
Yeah.
very silly. Which is just kind of what you want. I can come in, I can do a couple of hours, a couple of like missions here and there. I can kind of just drop in and out. The missions are like 5 minutes each. It just works perfectly for what I want in handheld. And the Portal is just such a nice device to hold and play, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It fits so nicely in your hand. It is just it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. I was a little bit worried because I hadn't really played it since we swapped our internet, and I had it running pretty well on the old internet in the end. And I was like, oh, is this gonna be a pain to set up? It's doing pretty well so far, I'd say. It's doing pretty well. I wouldn't want to be playing like, a big AAA game on it where it's intense or anything like that, but for this sort of thing, I think it's doing okay for what I want it to do.
Have you tried cloud on it yet, Craigo?
No.
Because I'm told that in most instances, because you can choose the quality, cloud's actually like low key better than the local thing. Because obviously the local thing's going from one place to another place to another place, whereas this comes directly from the
Yeah.
internet. So I'd be curious if there's anything on Plus that you try and you just give it a go.
Yeah. There's a few things like Stray, obviously
Yeah.
came onto Plus recently, and I was like, oh, that could be a good one for the Portal. So
Yeah,
maybe I'll
that would
try
be a
that
good
on
ball
cloud
game, actually.
and then see it just playing from the PlayStation installed and see which one's better, maybe.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
For the content.
It's
Craigo.
like Dave said, you could like obviously drop the resolution because the screen's small. You could drop it to 720, and then yeah, more stable frames and stuff like that.
Yeah. The
Mhm.
screen is so nice on the
So yeah,
Portal as well, isn't it?
I think it's
beautiful
the
screen.
best value in gaming right now. I think it's the best value machine in gaming. Now that it can do all the cloud stuff. Like I've seen what they now 179 on sale at the minute. Like that's
Yeah, I think so.
in 2025. That's a crazy good price, isn't it? Like fair play to Sony for getting them this mass produced at that kind of price.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I said, I think London's the second out of 5. So
Yeah.
keep going with that. Like I said, enjoying that quite a bit. What else have I been playing, boys? Obviously, played some Lego Voyagers with Pengi. I finished Dispatch because I hadn't finished Dispatch last week. I think I'd done 5 of 8 last week, so I did the last 3 episodes.
you were like saying you just played like 4 or 5 episodes in a row or something one
Yeah,
day.
it's so good. Episode
Yeah.
6 in particular is very good. I think it is the one that ends with the party, Pengi.
Oh yeah, that is a good one. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's got some great music. It's so good. And
yeah, the music's good. And
the
obviously, you
whole
were talking earlier
game.
about flambe and stuff like that. This karaoke
Yeah,
scene's great.
yeah. Like I said, literally Scott Hall, he's just fantastic. Like I said, that whole game is just
The
phenomenal.
thing is, the guy that plays him looks like him
Really
pretty much in real life. Yeah, he's got the ponytail tail and everything. Yeah,
fantastic.
Hell
I
yeah.
love that. Yeah, like I said, the music throughout is brilliant as well. Absolutely brilliant. I need to get there. I'm sure someone would have put the playlist up on Spotify and just get the like the actual Dispatch playlist playing and just listen for it because there's some real bangers in there. It's great.
hmm
So yeah, I very much recommend. It's going to be very high, I think, when we do our game of the year
Mhm.
in the year, and
Yeah,
also
I
I
think
imagine
so.
when we do our like indie or small game of the year, whatever it is we do, I think it'd be very high on that as well. So I finished that, and then I jumped in to Outer Worlds 2, boys.
Hell yeah.
I've been playing that, and to start with, I found it a real slog.
Really?
Oh,
I was really struggling to start with, I'll be honest with you. So I made my character. I made him like how I tend to play these games quite a lot now since Fallout 4, like a lot of like speech stuff, like focusing more on that, like focusing on like intelligence, speech. You can choose your background. So I was like a professor. You can then pick like a couple of like kind of traits. I picked. I think there's like one which is just like gifted or like all to do with like speech and like intelligence stuff like that. 'Cause that's kind of how I like to play these games. Quite. I like to try and do the dialogue checks and kind of have fun with that sort of thing. I think you
What
have
you
to
need.
pick. Yeah, you have to
Y-
pick like a weakness or something. It's not called that, but you have to pick like something to go against your good stuff. I think I picked one which is sickly, which seemed quite a funny idea to me, but it does drop your base health, and I did find going in to start this game the combat really challenging to start with. I think it was probably because I hadn't put enough like of the starting points into like combat areas. And I think that was what was really making it a bit of a tough go to begin with because I was dying quite a lot and I was having to use a lot of like healing things and I was like, God, this is not what I was expecting from this game, you know? You don't expect that from just like a kind of a quite a silly, witty Western RPG, right? The first one definitely didn't feel like that. I don't think you barely died on that. Um, and that combined with I found like the very first area quite slow, didn't wasn't really like selling me on the world or like the factions or anything like that. And I was like, I played about 5 or 6 hours and I'd just done the first area and I was like, do I, I'm not having a huge amount of fun here. Do I just drop this and like play something else? And I was like, I watched like a few of the reviews. I think I watched one from Skill Up. And I think he was saying how he found it like, quite slow at the start as well. And I was like, I'll start the second area and I'll see how it gets on. Like if I'm sat here in 2 hours time and I'm still bored and not really vibing with it, then I'll find something else to play. But I did pick up a lot after that. And since then, since I probably realised that I hadn't put enough like points into the guns and the armor, like abilities and stuff like that, I found the combat much better, much more fun. Like, I've barely been dying, which is kind of what you'd expect from this sort of game, I feel. And I found like the whole second area really good. So I kind of steamrolled through that. I think about 17 hours in now, so I played quite a lot in the end. And I am like now like really enjoying it. I'm like properly hooked, doing like loads of side quests, just getting lost in the world like you expect from that sort of like first person like Western RPG, right? So yeah, like it's weird. I went from at the start being like this is like nothing what I want it to be to like very quick in the second area being like, oh no, I'm completely hooked now. It's got me. So I'm quite glad that it's like turned the corner and I'm there now because yeah, I was at one point like, do I just give up on this? But yeah,
What's
no,
the characters like? Because I haven't really seen anyone talk about them like the first one and stuff like that. Like everyone loved the mechanic woman in the first one and stuff like that. And
yeah,
I
is it
haven't seen
Pam
anything.
Ratty or something like that? She was called.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not great. They're not like particularly interesting. It's just similar like thing to Avowed. Avowed ones are pretty weak as well. Um, I feel like it's almost become like a bit of a Western RPG trope now, because wasn't it the same? Starfields like were pretty weak as well, right? I don't know what Dragon Age is one.
You had
Was
some
like
good ones in Dragon Age, but not like all that great
yeah, I
overall.
know people would love the Baldur's Gates one, right? But yeah, no,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think
that
they
yeah.
I don't,
That's not
I don't
really
think they're
like
particularly
Baldur's
great.
Gate is a bit of a weird one because they're not really companions, are they? Like I know you make your character, but it's more like a D&D party. I feel in Baldur's Gate, but yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say they're particularly strong in all honesty. But like
Right.
I said, it doesn't surprise me. Like having played 50 hours of Avowed as well earlier in the year, it's like one of that game's weak points as well. So yeah, it's a bit of like a running theme with Obsidian's games, and similar to Avowed as well. I don't think it's the best looking game in the world. It's the inside parts of it, right? Whenever you're like inside in a ship or like inside on a planet, it looks great. When you're outside, there's like so many like weird colors going on. Like all the foliage is like bright purple. And you're like, it just looks a bit ghastly, a bit like off-putting. Which again is a similar thing than Avowed, which I guess is like Obsidian's art style that they're going for. But you're like, maybe maybe tone that down, maybe do something else because it all just looks a bit. I think the skill episode is like color vomit, and it does feel a bit like that. But yeah, no, I'm very much enjoying it now. But it's very much a like character choice get like heavy RPG. So like it is very much like you're not going to be able to do everything in it because if you choose to like do none of the hacking and don't put your hacking skills up, then there's going to be parts that you just can't do because they're made for people who've gone into with lots of hacking and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool now. It's definitely got me hooked. I think that's it for all I've been playing. In terms of buying though, I've also bought something Pengi, and I bought exactly the same thing that you have, which is a weird coincidence. I also bought Star Wars Outlaws. I bought it physically on Xbox because it was on the Amazon Black Friday sale for £15. So I was like, that seems pretty good to me. And that, like I said, similar to you, I imagine that will be in the backlog challenge for next year. So we could have the same game. That'd be quite funny.
Yeah.
I love that we
could
bought it
be.
on 3 different platforms as well. What a dream.
Wonder.
There's harmony,
I
boys. There's harmony.
think
Yes.
that's it from me, Davey.
Excellent, Craig. Well, lovely. Another good week of video gaming has been had all around. Where's the documents go? Well, I know what's next. It's my favourite segment. Your favourite segment. It's the Pengle's News Desk. Time for some news.
We have 11 items of news, but 7 of them are going to wait for the
Baker's
top
dozen.
to bring up. But number 1, Nintendo has bought Namco Singapore, and they are now Nintendo Singapore, Dave.
They have. This is the studio behind Hiragami. If you remember from one of the PlayStation shows.
Did that game get panned?
Yeah, it got like 6s and 7s, I think. I don't think it's particularly high.
I watched some footage of it to read about this show, and I want you to watch a trailer of it, Craigo, then watch a trailer of a game called Tearaway Unfolded.
Yeah.
And tell me that it's not the same game. It's wild how similar it is. But yeah. Yes, they've been a support studio on a lot of Nintendo games, right?
Yeah.
Namco.
They worked
Singapore.
on Splatoon 3. They're mainly art people from what I know than actual like proper game devs. They do art and stuff.
Pengle's
Just
attacking
vague,
the
I don't
game
really
devs
know.
there, by the way. But
Well, you know what I mean.
not a proper
like,
game dev. It doesn't work for Sony. He's not a proper game dev. I'm joking.
No, but are they like? I don't know. Like, are they just drawing like?
What about the
this
impact,
is
Pengi? What the
T-shirt
impact?
design. Are they just doing a T-shirt?
In my head,
design?
Pengi thinks they've got like pencils and paper, Dave, and they're like,
Yeah, none of them have got a computer. They don't send in it.
Well, they're doing-
He does. I wanted Pengi. How do you think the artwork in the games you play gets created? Do you reckon they just type in numbers and they appear?
No, okay, yeah. Okay, that was wrong.
it's all binary, Dave. It's all ones and zeros.
Yeah, Pengles doesn't speak for Safe Slot 3. His opinions are his own.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, they did
Support the devs.
They did support.
Yeah.
They were a support studio supporting possibly art assets. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Namco were going to cut them for money reasons because obviously the world we live in, and I think Nintendo were like, nah, we like these lot, we use them all the time, so we'll have them. It's basically the discussion I believe was had.
I'm going to assume Hiragami didn't do very well. I imagine that's probably.
probably
So I don't think reviewed very well, so I'm going to assume it didn't sell very well.
No, I mean I
So
didn't know
maybe
it'd come
then-
out. I thought it was still in production. So the fact that I believe you are right, it has come out tells you everything you need to know. I thought
Yeah, it got
was alright.
63. I looked up. It's got 63 on OpenCritic.
Yeah,
that
it was
60?
one that looked very good
Yeah.
when it was shown, and then it came out and people just didn't seem to have much like positive to say about it at all. And like indie games like that, so much of it is just word of mouth and reviews in it because there's so many like indie games coming out non-stop now. But
Nothing gets very long to shine, so if it's quickly forgotten.
Yeah,
but I would
absolutely.
recommend Tearaway Unfolded, Craig, which I believe is on one of the PlayStation services, which is like
I think I've
really
had
good version of
that installed on my PlayStation since I bought my Portal because I looked at it and
really?
thought that could be a good Portal
Oh,
game.
it's
I just
really
never
good.
had a chance.
It was a Vita game, so
It
there
was a
would
Vita
be a
game,
very
yeah.
good portal game.
Yeah. There's a few like that. I think Concrete Genie is another one I've had installed on PlayStation since I
yeah,
bought.
yeah,
the
that
Portal,
would
I
so
don't know
like
about
that'd
that
be
on
a good one.
handheld because you got to move the controller around quite a bit on that, you Pengi. Same with Tearaway actually. I wonder how that works. It uses the light.
but you had to move the Vita around, so I don't really see the difference.
You might be right. You might be right. Yeah, two
Yeah.
good games though.
Yeah.
2 good games. Nice. Next news, Pengi.
Next news, sticking it at Nintendo, they've updated NSO. We've got some new games adding to the NSO. So you're going to have Ninja Gaiden 2, The Dark Sword of Chaos,
Huge.
Battletoads, Kid Icarus of Myths and Monsters, and Bionic Commando. Dave, you going to play any of these old classic Nintendo games?
NES and Game Boy games, no, Pengi, probably not.
No, not a bit of Ninja Gaiden 2.
No, I'm not prone to make myself suffer too badly. It's
Yeah,
quite a hard
yeah.
game, if my memory serves me.
Yes. Well, so is Battletoads. So.
I think there's a million better ways to play Battletoads than the NES version.
Yeah. Craig, I don't think you're gonna go turn on your Switch to play any of these very classic Nintendo games, are you?
No, absolutely
Craig does love
Yeah.
Bionic Commando, so you never know.
Yeah, he does.
not. I think what
Platformer,
we all
Craig,
want
eh?
at this
You
point
don't
just
jump.
more GameCube games, and that's what
Yeah.
people want.
Yeah.
The
just
only
put
exception I have to that is put any of the Pokemon games on the other ones. That's all I want at this point. Give me more GameCube games in general, and then let me play Pokemon Red, Blue, Gold, Silver, fucking Ruby, let me play them all.
Yeah.
Wouldn't buy a game for
GBA
ages.
still holds up quite well. You can
Yeah.
put some more GBA stuff on there.
What are we
I
missing?
think GBA and GameCube.
What are
Yeah.
we missing on GBA, Pengi? Because it was Clovis the last time I looked at.
I can't really think off the top of my head what's
I wouldn't
missing
mind
on there.
Rayman.
But...
Rayman would be quite cool. That's got quite a good port on
Yeah.
GBA. But it wasn't around very long, GBA. I think everyone forgets. It was only
Yeah, it had a pretty short life.
maybe Advance Wars, right? Because I know they've got the remakes, but that'd be quite fun.
Yeah, and Golden Sun's on there, and
Yeah.
Fire Emblem, and that's on there. And obviously, Final Fantasy Tactics, I can't ever see going on there because
No, that would
Square.
be. You're right. Actually, that would be the big one. Tactics Advance would be the big one. I'd
Yeah.
love to replay that. Actually, fair shout.
Yeah. What Craig does love is Cyberpunk 2077. It's now sold 35 million units, Craig.
It's a wild number, that, isn't it? When I saw that, I was just a crazy. And you think that when that game came out, you could refund it on bloody PlayStation, and PlayStation don't let you refund anything, do they?
Not really,
Like,
no.
it's wild that it's still actually sold 35 million copies. That's such a big boy number, isn't it? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I think The Witcher 3 is obviously sort of like a ridiculous amount as well, isn't it? So
I think
yeah,
it's-
CD
I
Projekt
think
Red
this is
just-
overtaken Witcher now, right? Was that the news?
Possibly.
I think Witcher's
I
on,
don't
Witcher's
know.
on like 31 or 32. I'm sure because I read. I don't know if you got it from the same places. They've confirmed they're doing another Cyberpunk now.
Yeah, I've seen
That's
that.
the interview they did. So yeah, because we all like that game. I know I haven't finished it yet. It will probably be on my backlog challenge for next year. I dabble in like a couple hours every couple of months, and I play it and I enjoy it, and then something else catches my eye. But...
60 million Witcher 3s apparently.
Oh
done.
really? I don't know where the fuck I got that from.
Yeah.
Fair enough. God,
Wow.
that's a lot. 60 million. I mean, and they do. I know they've put it on everything. Fucking
Yeah.
hell. But yeah, I think we all quite like Cyberpunk, right? So, and I think people are insane if they don't think The Witcher 4 is going to do well.
Yeah, it's one that I guess, like I'm saying this, one I'd be very excited for the next one, but obviously that's going to be like 2047 at this rate, right? So
Maybe it'll be
In 2077 that you get to play it.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'd be very interesting because I've kind of like I've still got my Xbox One copy of Cyberpunk. 'Cause, like, remember I kept hold of it because I was going to want to play the DLC, and then it took so long.
It's a
then
different
they
game
brought
now
the
as
DLC.
well, by the way.
Yeah, that's it. They brought the DLC out, and they were like, "Oh, it's basically a different game now."
Yeah.
So like, you're best off just starting it again. I was like, "Oh, I don't really want to
'Cause
start it
I'm-
again." I almost
Go on.
feel like because when I played it, I was like, "Oh, well, they've fixed it now, so I'm going to play it now, right?" I was like, "I should have just waited even longer."
You
That's
should
what I
Dave
should have
do.
done. Yeah, I should have waited even longer, waited till now, and then played it all. Because I expect if I played it now, I liked it. I don't think it like blew me away. There's definitely points in that game where it's all hitting
Yeah.
and everything's like firing off, and you're like, oh my god, this is the best thing in the world. But there's also like when I played it, there was points where you're like, this is barely functioning. Like it's barely a video
Yeah.
game at this point. So yeah, I think if I had waited to play it now, I'd be like, oh, this is like an all-time great. But yeah, it's just it's one of those things where it's mental to think they released it in that state back then.
Right.
And I can't imagine they're going to make the same.
No.
They're not going to make the same mistake twice, right, Dave? That
No.
can't happen.
Best on Stadia. That's what I remember about it. But,
Yeah. Stadia version was like the best
It's
version.
literally the best. They gave you the free Stadia if you bought it, if I remember rightly. They sent you a
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, I think it's funny because I've only played the game since the 2.0 update, and like I think I looked at my save actually. 'Cause I have it on PlayStation. And I've played 9.5 hours, and I think it's it's probably the best game in terms of like just quality that I've probably ever played. Those 9 hours. It's really hard to explain. Like, everything is so high quality and polished. It's almost overwhelming how many missions you have at this point. And I know I've got the Phantom Liberty stuff installed as well, but like, and I look it up and I'm like, oh, hang on, I'm sure this is new. It's like, oh yeah, we've got this whole new police system and all these missions and this whole way of playing, and that wasn't in the game originally. And I was like, what? And then like all the weapons, oh yeah, we've added this and this, and leveling system's completely different. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because like I was looking at a guide for something and it was so out of date. I was like, this is literally a screenshot from a different game. Like, the menu's not the same. I was like, how do I upgrade my character? And it was oh, you got it. And I was like, no, that's not the same. I'm looking at something completely different. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm curious. I'd love you to play Phantom Liberty, Craig, and see where you go for that. Because I think you can play it either very early on in the game or from the menu.
You can play it from the menu because that's
Yeah.
what I've done with the Switch 2. I'm barely into it, but when I started it up, it's like you get asked if like, do you want to start from like the start of the game, or do you want to skip to Phantom Liberty, and then it actually like a few questions and stuff like that, like what choices you would have maybe made and stuff, and then you can start Phantom
Okay, great, yeah.
Liberty, and then you can go back to like the main game. Like I think it's like 6 or 7 missions it skips or something of the main game to get you to Phantom
Yeah, it's
Liberty, and
very early.
it levels you up to like what you need to be Phantom Liberty, and then based on your choices, it gives you like the augments and the weapons, like yeah, it's for that scenario. So just get you like right into it if you want to do that.
Yeah, and I think it's currently on sale on, I think, both platforms for £17, the DLC. So till probably, when does the Black Friday stuff finish? Probably Monday. So if you're so
Possibly, I
inclined,
don't know.
Craig,
Yeah, but then it'll be Cyber Monday. So.
and you're still hanging on to that Xbox One copy, maybe get that downloaded, get it played, bin off that copy finally. You can use the stickers that are inside if you want. Stick them on Pengi, stick them on his car, stick them on his Mazda. But yeah, love it, boys, love it. Go on, Pengi, keep the potty moving.
News number item. So PlayStation Plus for December. This is the essential tier, and we are getting 5 games because it's Christmas. And those 5 games are Lego Horizon Adventures, Killing Floor 3, the Outlast Trials, Sin Duality, Echoes of Ada, and Neon White. Davey, you've just bought one of these 5.
I've also just sold it and got every penny of the £15 I paid back. So I think it's also just gone on physical sale in a lot of shops as well. So I think I was quite lucky. Yeah, I'll play that, Pengi, but the rest of it, not for me.
Not for you. Not even Neon White. You're not gonna give Neon White a back.
Nah, I don't like indie games.
Don't like indie games. Craig, what about you? Lego Horizon co-op with Dave after Lego Voyagers,
Do it.
and what about the other ones?
I think it probably would just be Lego Horizon that I want to probably give a go. Although I am a little bit tentative on it, because I know like reception wasn't exactly buzzing when it came out, right?
Pengles' review of it wasn't particularly thrilling, was it? When we talked about it last week. So
Yeah. But yeah, it's probably one I could see me giving a go. Maybe even on the old portal. That'd be quite good for that, right?
those trophies, boy.
But yeah, I think that's probably it. I think Neon White, I know people liked it when it came out, but it's very much like a speedrunny sort of game, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I'm not really like.
Yeah,
I'm not going to sit there and be like,
game.
I'm going to
Game
replay this
White.
level 50 times to try and
Yeah,
get
see,
it
I
fast.
didn't do that. I just finished the game and that was it.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's just kind of like not really what it's designed for, is it? So it's
No.
yeah, I think I probably just went bother with that.
Yeah. So that was plus, and that I'm going to skip one of my news stories because we get to the top. So I'm going to go to the next one. Beyond Good and Evil 2. There's job listings for Ubisoft Studio in Montpellier. So Dave, if you want to apply for Ubisoft Montpellier and Beyond Good and Evil 2, you can.
Pengles, I would rather play Final Fantasy 16 again than live in France. So absolutely not. But I'm excited for you, Pengi. It's the dream lives, Craigo.
Any day now, Pengi.
Fantasy Critic, day one.
Any day now.
January 5th or whenever we do it. First pick, Beyond Good and Evil 2. Bam. 2026
I
game
would
of
not
the year,
be picking
confirmed.
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
And it's supposed to have like Ryan Gosling's art or some shit in it. Is that him or
No,
Joseph
it's
Levitt, one of them?
Gordon Levitt.
Who hasn't been in a good film since they first did it?
Yeah, remember they wanted you to send art to them to put in the game or something?
Yeah, me and Craig just sent him dick pics for about a week.
Yeah. So yeah, this game's been developed, I think 17 years or something, both like in total. Obviously all the different versions and that, yeah. But I guess it's a little bit like the Skull and Bones situation. Ubisoft have poured so much money into this game that they gotta like have to make it now, right, Craig?
Yeah, and you do wonder what it's actually going to do when it does come out. Because, like, obviously, I've not played Beyond Good and Evil 1, but the, was what they were kind of saying, and then when I've ever looked back at Beyond Good and Evil 1, it looks like two completely different
Yeah,
things.
it
Oh
really
yeah, it
does.
looked completely different when they showed the monkey like report things that they were doing, and they're like, yeah, this is like a weird open world thing, completely different than like a Zelda-like title, which the first musical
Yeah,
was.
I was just like, oh, like, is this gonna, even if this does come out, is this what people want? I don't know that it is.
No, I just want a Zelda-like. That's
Yeah.
all Beyond Good and Evil 2, really.
We
They
shall
they
see.
could have made that for a fraction of the budget of whatever this is going to be, I feel, and it probably would have sold better.
Yeah, yeah, most probably. But talking of Ubisoft themselves, they put out their fiscal report and they got like Rainbow Six Mobile on it and the mobile Division game on it. But they've also got Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. It's going to be out before March 31st, 2026, so this fiscal year. And all rumors from reports seem to point that it's actually going to come out in January. And you might see it at the TGAs, and they go, "It's coming out in January, Craig." The Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake. Oh, even if you don't take that rumor, to come January, we know it's coming out before March 31st, so it's still pretty soon, Craig, for the Sands of Time remake.
Yeah, I don't. Have we ever actually seen this version of this game?
No,
Yep.
Because we
not since it was
saw
Ubisoft India. Right, that was what it was
yeah, we
first.
saw we saw like a trailer of the
Yeah.
original version, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it didn't look good at all, right? And obviously since then they've taken that away. I'm guessing that studio is probably dead now, and they've given it to someone else, and they've never really shown it, have they? So, and that doesn't feel like that long ago that happened either. So I'm a little bit trepidatious as to what this is going to look like, in all honesty.
Mm. I suppose it's
Hopefully it's
longer
good. I
ago
never
than you
played
think.
the
I think
original,
it's
so
2022 this was supposed to come out, Craig.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, hopefully it looks great and is great, and I can play it 'cause I've never played the original, like old Prince of Persia's, obviously. But yeah, I'm a little bit. I don't trust it at the moment.
Doesn't trust it. Do you trust it, Dave?
Oh, trust has got to be earned, Pengi. But
Mm.
I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like if there is a trailer, because I love the first game. I love that whole trilogy. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see if it does come out. I don't know. Obviously, to touch on Ubisoft fiscal report, a lot better than they were expecting. They had 20.3% year-on-year increase, which was much exceeding their expectation, which is good to see, because I know it's kind of trendy to hate Ubisoft, but to me, I think no matter who the studios are, the studio heads are of these things, we kind of want games to stick around, right? So it'd be nice to see Ubisoft start doing well again. And like I said, I really enjoyed Outlaws, so it'd be interesting to see what you two think. But yeah, I mean, it looks like we're gonna get this. It looks like there's a Black Flag remaster announcement due any moment, because there's no smoke without fire, is there? So
Yeah, they also had in their fiscal report a unannounced like title is something, and everyone's guessing it's a Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake as the mystery title from Ubisoft's report sort of thing. But again, that's just rumors and stuff like that on that.
It'd be
absolutely.
interesting if that does actually come, because obviously that was a old-fashioned like Assassin's Creed game, wasn't it? That was pre
It's
like
2013, boy.
Origins.
It was on the
Yeah, that
360
was
still.
before it became more of like an action RPG sort of thing. So it'd be interesting whether they turn it into that or whether they try and remake it
I
in
think
that
it'll
like
be
old-fashioned sort of style.
the
I guess they'll make the combat like Mirage. I would
yeah,
have
that's what I was
you
gonna say.
assume, but not the actual gameplay. Hopefully, but we'll see.
Yeah, Mirage is a funny one, because Mirage is another one of those games that's had so many updates that the initial reviews are somewhat pointless. Because even from I remember watching a video. So a friend of mine works in Ubisoft Abu Dhabi. So last time I went to visit Chloe, I went to Abu Dhabi and got to check out the Saudi content that's just come out. And he was saying, like I said, I haven't played it, so I was like, oh, I played Valhalla, and he was saying that he was like, oh, like check this out, and they've completely changed the like parkour system for when the game came out. Like it feels completely different. They've brought a lot of stuff back, and it feels like Assassin's Creed how I remember it, but I haven't played all of them. Like much like Craig and Pengi, I think I've played one of the more modern ones, and that was it. And the one before that I played was probably for Rogue, which was 2014, I think. So, yeah, I'm low key like, if it's just an improved, modernized version of Black Flag, but the core game is the same. So like they've changed some of the things that people didn't like. So, it's 4K and beautiful and all that, but you don't have as many tailing missions, right? Because that's probably the one thing that doesn't hold up the most. Because I don't mind the old Assassin's Creed combat. Like I don't mind the simple, like parry system stuff. Like I didn't want it to be Sekiro. Like, you know what I mean? Like just it's the atmosphere and the ship stuff, right? This is my personal thing. Like I love the world of Black Flag, of like exploring the like Caribbean islands and jumping off your boat to like get a treasure chest from a little thing you've seen, or just the ship combat is so good in that game. But yeah, I'll be curious. I'll be curious if it does come out. I'll be curious if they do all of it, if they do Freedom Cry as well, because that's borderline a standalone game. I don't know if did either of you play Freedom Cry?
No,
Yeah.
it is standalone on like PlayStation.
Yeah, because
Weirdly.
they like, because it is. I think if you play it on PlayStation, it's like the achievement, the trophy list. Sorry, is like a added on thing to Black Flag, I think.
Right.
But they did release it as like a £6. You can buy it on its own. I don't know if it's £6, but yeah, on Xbox it was part of the Jackdaw edition I got. But yeah, I hope if they do that as well, like that's quite a good package. So I'll be curious. Like I said, I quite like most Ubisoft games. When they're good, they're really good. It's just when they get sloppy, they get very sloppy, right? That's probably the fairest thing to say. Like when you've had Far Cry 6 years in a row, it gets quite tedious. But when we haven't had one for a while, people are like, oh, I quite like The Division. I don't know if that's a controversial take, but I think we've all played both of the Divisions. I think we've all been like, it's pretty fun. Like Trials, we've talked about that quite a lot. So yeah, maybe Ubisoft are better than I think they are. It's a shame they're French though, which is a big problem. Though it's trendy at the moment, Craigo.
Yeah.
It's trendy to be French. Now, if we get Expedition 33 set in Constantinople in 2 years' time, just saying, the French are talking to each other. Sacre bleu, Pierre. They have made a more French game than us, and we are the French publisher. Sorry, a Frenchman stumbled into my room. Then Pengi, take it on.
Next news, I'm gonna just get to this one that's been added. Talking about rumors and stuff. So Naughty Dog's intergalactic character Prophet apparently is years away, even though I've seen reports, rumors from like Jason Schreier 2027, and that's when I would have said. So that doesn't seem years away to see me. And don't expect to see it at the Game Awards either. Again, that was from like Schreier and Jeff Grubb because Colin Moriarty was misquoted on a podcast he went on. Thing. It all kicked off on Reddit and stuff, and people saying things about Colin and things like that. Where all he said, and I've watched the clip, he was like, "I think Intergalactic is going to be at the Game Awards, and I think it could be, in my opinion, like the late 2026 PS5 game. Especially going to be Wolverine and that." And it all kicked off a storm on the old internet, Davey.
Apparently so, Pengi.
Yeah.
Apparently so. This was not me that added this, so I have very little context. But I mean, I assumed it would be 2027.
Yeah, that's what I presumed. It'd be the late 2027 game from PlayStation.
Yeah, and again, for me personally, I have little to no excitement for this. So until we see more, I don't really care. I'd rather we didn't see it until it's ready to be seen.
Yeah. The only reason I thought it could be at the Game Awards because obviously it was there last year, and if Last of Us wins, and Druckmann can go on stage and stuff like all that,
Be an absolutely insufferable prick like he usually is. Am I right, Craigo?
Yeah. So Craigo,
no. What do you mean no?
Friend Neil. You leave Pengi's friend Neil alone, all right? What's he ever done to you, Dave?
I should never let you have that PlayStation. I've ruined you.
So, Craig, any thoughts?
It's weird. I saw this come up. People making a big deal of this whole like IGN putting this out like it's gonna be years. But it's like, no shit.
Yeah,
like,
right.
were people expecting this to be like next year? Like,
yeah.
Like bear in mind, obviously, Naughty Dog were working on factions for a while. Yeah, that was a big game. Then that got canned, and then they've obviously pivoted to this. Like, what do people
And they've
think that?
got, I think they've got one or two unannounced, two more titles unannounced or something as well. So Dropwood could still be at the Game Awards with Uncharted 5 or something in, one of the unannounced games, but they would must be even further off unless they're really small.
Yeah, I can't see them coming out before this. Yeah, I was just like, there's no way it was ever going to come out that fast, right? Again, maybe they've shown it too early. They probably have shown it too early. But like, yeah, I was just kind of like, well, like, why are people surprised by the idea that this is like not going to be next year? To me, this is like, yeah, 2017, 2027, 2028. Like, obviously, games take long
Mm.
to make, especially this sort of like, you have a lot of cinematic, like, it's going to be very high like production standards and everything, right? That's going to take ages. So yeah, I was kind of blown away at just how people thought that this was ever going to come out like 18 months after it was announced. When the announcement trailer that they showed was literally just a CGI cutscene, right? It wasn't really. If they had announced it and showed loads of gameplay and it looked like done, you'd be like, oh, okay, maybe it's coming soon. But yeah, it seemed very clear to me that this was never going to be anytime soon.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the only thing with Colin's thing. Like, why did he think it was going to be 2026? But yeah, totally context. Like, I saw like Insider Gaming or something running it, and it's like, oh yeah, it's been confirmed it's going to be at the Game Awards and stuff. And then yeah, it's in the mess, and obviously like Colin sharing like the tweets and stuff he got, and it's like this. I'm getting all this abuse just over a video game and my opinions that I thought it was coming out or thought it could be at the Game Awards. Yeah,
Like I said, I
all
don't even
over.
think he was saying that he thought. I think he was just like speculating in his head, like,
Yeah,
if it
yeah,
gets shown here, then it will come out at this time. I don't
yeah,
even think he thought it would come out.
yeah. So yeah,
Then I'm trying to look at the document for the predictions because obviously we did say I think you were the only one that said this would be a Pengi, so this could already be a point for me and Dave over you, so that's good.
yeah. So that my thinking was Neil getting you some award. I'm
Your
like,
mate
oh,
Neil,
what? While I'm here, Jeff, I'm going to show you some more intergalactic or something.
he
Yeah,
just hands it over on a floppy disk. You thought, and Jeff just plugs the floppy disks in somewhere, and
yeah,
out of nowhere they just show this.
yeah. Should yeah, that's it. Next news item. Time Splitters Rewind is now out in early access. You can play all the first game, multiplayer challenges, and all that good stuff. Davey, you a Time Splitter fan back in the day?
Oh, it was 25 years ago, Pengi.
Yeah.
I did see this. I was really excited. I saw it pop up and I was like, oh, it's a fan game. Oh, it's not a real
Yeah,
game.
it's been in development for quite a few years and stuff, though.
If they publish it as a real game and I can buy it on Xbox or something.
You could download it on your PC. You don't even have an Xbox. You can download
But
it
you know
on
what
PC.
I mean? If I can play it on like a proper thing. And not just be
Yeah.
like some browser and makes me sad, Craigo.
Then make you
They
sad
take-
as well, Craig.
take
You can't play
influence.
Time Splitters Rewind on a console, only on PC. At the moment.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible. They need to
Absolutely.
put the I guess it would never happen, but that'd be one for the old GameCube thingy, wouldn't it? Time Splitters.
Yeah. Put Time Splitters 2 on the GameCube.
Oh,
Plus,
that
you can
could
play
happen.
online multiplayer.
It could happen. It's not got
You could play
any
online
licensed
multiplayer
music, I
as well.
don't think.
Yeah. I think it's possible. I don't know really who owns the IP or anything now for it. That's the thing. But it's definitely a possibility. And that's all the news I currently want to talk about, apart from one that segues into tops. Splitgate 2 is coming out again in
You
December.
did miss some news, Pengi.
No, did I?
Yeah, you missed Yakuza.
No, I'm going back to that, Dave, when we
Okay.
do December.
Then
Yeah.
ignore me. Carry on.
Yeah, so to segue into December, Splitgate 2 is coming out again this December after launching, and then in the summer, and then they rolled it back to put it in the beta after all the credits. So it actually doesn't have a date in December. It's just coming out in December, Craig. But what is coming out in December, Craig?
So wait, is it Splitgate 2 out or not out? I
It's
sure I've seen
currently
reviews
out
for
in
this.
beta. It's currently out in a
right.
beta. It's beta. Then they're going to close the beta, and then they're going to come out with 1.0 in December.
Again.
God.
Yeah, again.
This is everything wrong with bloody like multiplayer bloody PC ass games now, isn't it? Because it's just a mess.
Yeah.
Absolute mess.
But
So
remember,
release
this
the
game's
fucking
going to
game
be
or don't
better than
release the fucking
Halo
game.
and COD and stuff and whatever it was. I don't know. Yeah. But Craig,
Sounds to
what
me
else
like
is
it's
coming?
topic of the show. Tots, 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 tots.
Yeah, so it is the classic games of December going on the old Game Informer list. And we will start the games of December, boys, on December 1st, actually.
Well,
Which is quite fitting. We have Marvel Cosmic Invasion coming to absolutely bloody everything looking at this. Even the Switch 1, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC is all there.
yep,
It's
it's all there.
absolutely all there. And this is also coming to Game Pass, which is mighty fine. So I imagine that's how I'm going to play this, because this looked very good when it was shown, whenever it was. Is this one that we think we all might jump into, boys? Pengi?
I believe I will be downloading it on my ROG Ally because I think it'd be a very good handheld game and stuff like that. 250, and I'll be using the old Game Pass to do that as well. So pretty good.
Absolutely. What about you, Dave?
Absolutely, looks fun. Like Pengi said, everything's an Xbox, so we can play it on our Xbox handheld. It's cool. It's coming to everything. Like you said, there is actually a physical and deluxe physical edition coming out to everything as well. But it's coming a little bit later. That's only just popped up. I did see Pengi one for you. The Switch 2 version is an actual cartridge, which
Yep,
seems,
they're coming out in March.
which seems
Yeah,
bizarre considering it's going to be about 4 gigabytes. But hey, respect the move from .eme. But yeah, I think this looks like I mean, I need this to be like 95 at this point, but I think this looks great. All their other games are great, right? So can he wait? I think it's at least 2-player co-op. Craig, is it 4?
I have no idea.
Because we could
I'm
all
not
play it
sure.
together. One big happy
Yeah.
family.
Hopefully it's good, because that the Turtles game that came out was like the way the multiplayer worked on that was brilliant. So hopefully everyone's learnt lessons from that, and you can just play with people very easily.
Hell yeah.
So that always makes these sort of like beat 'em ups better, doesn't it?
Oh hell yeah.
yes.
And like you said, it's another game from bloody .emu. They just pump these like 2D like beat 'em ups out like crazy at this point, don't they?
Hell yeah.
They seem to be doing one for every occasion. Moving on to December 2nd, we have the Assassin's Creed Shadows Switch 2 version coming, Dave.
We do.
Obviously you've just bought Star Wars on the old Switch 2.
Yeah.
You see yourself maybe dabbling in a bit of Assassin's Creed Shadows on the Switch 2?
When it goes on sale,
Which it inevitably will. It's a
which
Ubisoft
is
game.
it's the Ubisoft thing, I think I might. I'll be tempted because I have really enjoyed Outlaws in its handheld form. And yeah, that's probably the easiest way for me to play. It's the only physical way I can play handheld games, right? So if I play it and don't like it, or I play it and want to sell it, that's the only way for me to do it. So yeah, I think it's like good. I saw this week they've got bloody Attack on Titan content for some reason, which isn't a good thing. I was a bit like, oh, don't do this.
Yeah. It's a bit of a jarring thing to look at, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, what? It's a
But,
strange thing to put in Assassin's Creed.
yeah, it's one of those games. On the whole, I hear quite good things from people I know that have actually played it. It's just I don't know that many people that have played it or are willing to admit they've played it. But you know, I'm quite interested, Craig.
Excellent. Moving on to actually we'll stay on there December 2nd. We have Red Dead Redemption comes to PlayStation 5, Xbox X/S, and the Switch 2, and iOS and Android as well somehow.
And technically, it comes into Plus as well.
There we go. And I'm assuming this is like a new version.
This is a remaster of a remaster.
There we go.
Remember, they remastered it for PS4 and Xbox One. They've remastered it like again for like PS5.
Yeah, it's the PC version basically.
Yeah. And it's now like 60 frames and stuff.
it's
I don't know.
60
I guess the PS4 version was it 60 frames, but
It was
there
60
it's something they
frames,
advertise.
1080p.
Okay, so it must be 64K now.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
Right. Moving on to we've got a few games on December 4th.
Interesting fact with that, Craig. Sorry to cut you off. That I thought was
Yeah.
fascinating because I'm curious how they even do this. If you own the 360 backwards compatible version, you get the Series X version.
Right. Okay.
So I'm guessing it must check your store account and be like, "Oh, you own this. You can have this as well." But
Lovely.
I've never seen one that's jumped from 360 or PS3 straight to today's consoles, but I thought that was quite interesting. But go on.
Yeah, that's good stuff. We love that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, back to December 4th. We've got, boys, we'll start with Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Which, if you listen to some of the screaming people from the previews, is the
I've
worst game
seen
ever
some stuff
made, right?
today as well, because there's a whole squad of characters and thing, and they're all going to join Samus throughout our adventure. People don't like that. Craig.
Yeah. This is the worst thing that's ever been made. This is Gollum level. We've already decided, I think, in that, Dave.
Yeah, right.
So I imagine we're all just going to buy it so we can just flush it straight down the toilet, right? Pengi?
Yes, yes, yes. This is I weirdly I got like quite high hopes out of this game because obviously like I like story content and stuff like that. Is it going to be good? I don't know. That could be the thing. 'Cause it's not something Metroid's known for. But yeah, hopefully it's something good to play on my Switch too.
What about you, Dave? I don't know, like if you were massively excited before, or if the previews killed your excitement, or are you still going strong?
So I know a lot of the Nintendo forum watch this show. So shout out to you boys. So this might offend them. I'm now more excited about this because I was always going to get it because we've got Switch 2s, right? Might as well. But I'm like, ooh. So you're telling me they might actually tell me where the fuck I've got to go? Oh, I'm all in because I think everything else looks fun. I think the combat looks fun. I think the graphics look amazing. I think the atmosphere looks really cool. Like it's kind of like Halo-y and Doomy, right? That kind of like planetary sci-fi shenanigans. But now I'm like, oh, is someone going to tell me where I've got to go? Because that was my big problem with the remasters of the first game. And I know it was a 25-year-old game, but like I was like so lost all of the time on that game. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to this. Greg, it's pre-ordered. Hopefully I'll get it on Thursday. But yeah, what about you?
No, I'm exactly the same. The previews and the just general internet like hilarity about this game has not deterred me at all. If anything, I'm like you. I'm like, this sounds like what I wanted. You know, they're doing something different. There's some characters. They're trying to tell the story
voice
instead of
acting,
just
Craigie.
yeah, instead of just making the same game over and over again. And like, you can try something new and have some fun. And like I said, it doesn't have to just be this like old-fashioned experience where you don't know where you're going and you lose interest and you just end up googling it anyway. So what's the point? Like, yeah, no. To me, this just sounds really good, and I don't really get the. I mean, I do get why the people are screaming and yelling and throwing themselves off buildings or whatever. Because, like I've said before, Nintendo people won't let anything change. But I'm still hopeful.
Yeah, and then the thing is, like I'm one of the people that didn't like change, but when a certain game did change, everyone loved that. So
Yeah, true.
It's
True.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a whole rant planned for when we do our game of the year thing about Mario Kart, and like everyone's complaint is like, oh, it's not the same as Mario Kart 8. Like, just play Mario Kart 8 then if you want. They did something different. That's the. Or do you just want to buy the exact same game again for the third time, Craig? Like, what's going on? But yeah, look forward to that rant in January,
like.
boys.
You know what they're like. But yeah, no, this is one that I'm very much looking forward to on the old Switch 2.
Oh yeah.
It looks pretty cool to me. On sticking to December 4th, boys, we have Octopath Traveler 0. I've just realised that both my remaining games on Fantasy come out on the same day. That's gonna be a big
What
day
a
for me,
day.
isn't it?
Crazy.
So basically, by December 4th, Dave will have had Marvel Cosmic Invasion come out. I would have had my two games come out, so we will know what Dave needs the following remaining game, which we'll get to in a bit, to get. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah, I didn't realise they both come out on the same day. But yeah, Octopath Traveler 0. Pengi, have you played any of the previous ones, or did you buy them
Yes,
and
I
then...
played the first one. I got quite far into it, and then
Right.
I got stuck because one of the characters has like ability where you can skip enemies or something. So I activated that
Know where this is
ability by
going.
accident, and then I was
And then
running
you were massively underleveled,
the
and you realised
level.
that you had to actually play the video game to get there somewhere.
Yeah. So I was like,
Oh,
oh, I'm gonna have to go
Pengals.
grind for hours now. Well, I did like literally. So this is the thing. I unlocked obviously unlock abilities for all the 8 characters. So like I just unlocked the ability and never read like what like the ability was, and then I got a certain bit. It's like I
Because
can't.
at no point do you think, oh, I'm not actually playing the video game at this point. I'm just walking around. Like,
Well, I was like that, and then I got to like did get to enemies like I don't know once you had to play boss. I was like, I can't. Like they're miles. How am I so under leveled? Like
I
what
haven't,
am
I
I
haven't
doing
fought
wrong?
anyone for 6 hours, Dave. It's been great.
Oh, right.
I was like, I'm so under leveled. Like to like Google was like, oh, so like other people had done the same thing. They must have just thought like, oh, you've unlocked the ability. As you know, it's going to do something to help you, and it does help you, I guess, if you want to escape enemies. But yeah, it's like, oh,
It
great.
helps you
I'm
to a
not gonna,
point.
yeah, I'm not gonna go grind for ever how many hours to get myself back up, and that was it. And I own two on PS5, and I have not played it.
And at some point, you'll probably buy this and won't play it as well, I'm going to
No, I
imagine.
don't plan to buy Zero. I'm a little bit, like I said, I'm a little bit done with the 2D HD style. Elliot is why I played the demo. Kind of gets a pass because it is not a like a JRPG or stuff like that. It's slightly different. It's more of like a Zelda-like title, so it is a different genre, sort of thing. But otherwise, I'm kind of done with this style, from Square now, and others are doing it and things like that. It's like, is it Tears of Time or something? There's an Xbox show, like a indie game coming. That looks quite good, but it's like, by the time
Is
that
that
comes
the
out,
one that like goes into anime?
yeah, it's like a Chrono Trigger rip-off as well. Like there's different time periods and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, that looks quite good, but by the time that comes out, we've had like 6 HD 2D games from Square, and I'm like, I might be a bit bored of that by then.
Yeah, absolutely. One that I'd completely forgot about even existed, boys, but apparently is also coming out on December 4th is Routine, I think is how you would say it. Routine.
Routine.
Yeah, which was a like a horror game, which I think was announced for Game Pass ages ago at one of the Xbox shows. Some sort of like first-person action horror game. Yeah, which is this day one Game Pass, which I completely forgot about. So that might be like an interesting one to watch, see if it is any good. Or is it that we've not heard about it for a reason and that it's going to come out and be absolutely dreadful, maybe? Who knows? But we'll see, figure that out on December 4th. Another one on December 4th for you, Pengi. This
Mm-hmm.
is one that you already own.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, the Switch 2 version, finally comes out. Does that mean you can finally play it now?
Yes, I in Europe there doesn't seem you don't seem to be able to buy the upgrade already, where you can in the States, and there's a discount and stuff. Like if you buy it before this, it's like a $5 or something. But when I looked the other day when I was playing Kirby Air Riders and stuff, there wasn't an option on there. But hopefully when it does come out, there is a discount. And like I said, Ben sent me a code for the game, so even if I do have to pay like 10-15 quid to get the Switch 2 upgraded, that's all good. And I will then go and play it because I'll be able to play it in like 60 frames and stuff like that instead of 30, and do more cups and stuff and have a good time. And it could be the best racer on the Switch too.
There you go. And we still do need that apology
Yeah,
from Dave
Switch 2
Beringer to
edition's out
Sega.
now. Yeah.
Well, if they give me a code, I'll try it. There's no way I'm going to like it more than Mario Kart. There's no way.
Moving on to December 8th, Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 finally does come to PlayStation in 2025 in December. This is
hmm
a strange thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nearly, it was nearly 2026 that 2024 came out. Strange. Very strange. I'll be honest with you, I thought this was already on the PlayStation. I didn't realise it still hadn't come out yet on there.
Yeah, almost 2
But
years
it
too
had,
late.
yeah, it is now. And this is the one that people don't like as well. So that's unfortunate. But on the same day, and this is one that I think would have been in Pengi's news,
Yeah,
we
it
have
was on the
Escape
news.
Story,
Yep. And the news is it's going to launch on Plus day one on extra and above tiers.
Woo.
which is exciting because it does look very good.
hmm
From the little bits and pieces we've seen, it's a Devolver game as well, right? So you already kind of
Yep.
have in your head there's going to be some quality there you'd like to think. It's one that I was very tempted to pick up on Fantasy instead of Octopath, but just wasn't quite worth the risk for me because I was like, this could go horribly wrong. Who knows? This could be absolutely dreadful when no one's realised. But I think people have played demos or betas or something like that in previews, and they seem pretty positive on it then. So yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like a very like cinematic, stylish, like Tony Hawk sort of thing, right?
Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna be obviously you machine just respawn, but kind of hard because you're made of glass. So like, soon as you like fall off your board, right, got to restart because I've broken into little pieces.
Yeah, well, the cinematic like camera angle of it makes me think it might be quite hard to control. In all honesty,
Yeah.
might be a little bit awkward. But it's one that obviously now that it's in Plus, that you can see me checking out if it doesn't review like utter dog shit. So it might be worth having a go with. And then on the same day, another one which I believe was in the news, Yakuza 0 Director's Cut comes to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X.
And PC.
Yeah, so it's no longer just on the Switch.
But that's not it. It's not on the Game Informer. Yakuza Kiwami comes to PlayStation and Xbox and PC that day as well, and the physical to Switch too. And Yakuza Kiwami 2 comes to PS5, Xbox, PC, and the physical on Nintendo Switch 2 as well that day. And the news there's Sega are doing upgrades, Craig. So Yakuza 0, you can upgrade from the PS4 version to like the PS5 Director's Cut for $11.99 if you want to upgrade that. Kiwami can go from the PS4 version to the PS5. Obviously, it's now in 60 frames, now in English and stuff like that. It's £1.70 upgrade. Craigie. And
good deal.
Yakuza
Yeah.
Kiwami 2 upgrade from the PS4 version to the PS5 version for free. That one is for free. So obviously that's again, I think it's now 60 frames and in English, but I guess it's got the less new content of them all. But if you have it on Plus, it's and same if you got it on Game Pass. There's no upgrade. You have to own the game digital. You can't upgrade from the physical versions either. So if you own the physical Yakuza 0 on PS4, you cannot upgrade to the directly cut. You have to have the digital versions, and you have to actually own the digital versions. But Sega are doing the upgrades.
They're also
and stuff
delisting
like that.
all the old versions.
Yeah,
which is
Yeah.
not good for trophies and achievements, but that's about it, really, I think. But yeah, so you'll no longer be able to buy Yakuza 0 on Xbox. You'll have to buy Yakuza 0 Director's Cut, which I would imagine is more expensive because I think
it's 40.
Yeah, they're 15
quid,
usually, aren't they, at the moment?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and also,
go on, Chris.
is the Yakuza 20th Anniversary Edition, which is for PS5 and PC, code in the box on PC, which gets you Yakuza 0 Kiwami and Kiwami 2 on PS5. Or, like I said, digital code on PC. So lots of Yakuza that day if you want physicals on Switch, physical on PlayStation, or obviously digital on Xbox, and there is Upgrade Pass.
So are we
so
all
I have
taking part of this? Yeah.
I have the collection-y thing pre-ordered through Game Collection, I believe.
I have the
for
20th
PlayStation.
Anniversary Edition pre-ordered as well.
Yeah.
I have such
that price is just...
absolute clusterfuck ownership with all these games, so I won't be doing that. Like I own 0 and 2 on PlayStation.
So if you own them, you can obviously upgrade for free and £11 or whatever it was.
Yeah, but I've played Kiwami on Switch 1. So I'm like, I'll probably just upgrade Kiwami 2 on PlayStation 5. And then it comes to a whole kettle of fish, Craig, because what am I going to buy 3 on next year? Probably Switch to play it in bed. But Sega are weird, man. They do these. They're the only company that do these physical pre-orderable PC versions with like steelbooks and stickers and shit. They do it for every game. They're the only company I can think of that does it. So they must make money on it. I reckon it's the Football Manager stuff, right? They've got to have the setup for Football Manager. But yeah, you can get that collection you guys are on about on PC and a steelbook and all that stuff on for Steam, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, and you can get Director's Cut physical on PS5 and PC, but it's like 45 quid where you can get all free for like 55 quid. So it's a tenner more, and you get
Yeah.
Kiwami and Kiwami 2 in a nice steelbook instead of just like a regular plan. It's just Xbox that misses out. They're only digital on
Yeah.
Xbox. They didn't even a code in the box like PC. So PC's getting more than Xbox in this case,
Yeah, for
stuff
sure.
like that.
And it is kind of weird because the first game is a much bigger game than the other two. So,
Mm.
like, when I say the first game, I mean Zero. Because Zero is, like,
Yeah.
significantly newer, and it's a great game. Yeah, I'm excited for you, Craigo, because, like, you've played all of the Ichiban stories, but we're now getting to the point where you can... Because Kiryu is such a better character than Ichiban, but, like, not in a bad way, because I think they're both great characters, but, like, by the point of which you know him from Infinite Wealth and Man Who Raised His Name is, like, a significant amount. Even, like, there's a big section I don't know, because I don't know anything about 3, 4, and 5. And 6, I don't know anything about. I don't think I've ever seen 5 and 6 played. So I'm like, yeah, I think it's quite interesting that you can now, especially in English as well, which is crazy that you can play. I don't like the guy that voices Kiryu because he's a YouTuber, and I don't like him because he used to talk a lot of shit about Stadia. But I'll have to get over that. But yeah, quite funny, really, quite funny. But yeah, Yakuza. Will we ever run out of Yakuza games, Craig?
No, because they're churning them out way before you can catch up.
What's the next one, March?
Yeah.
That's what they do, Davey.
Can't wait.
Yeah, March.
I fully expect that Stranger of Heaven game to be next year as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Virtual
same.
Fighter the year after.
That's going to be at the Game Awards again. And even though you'd think that it definitely won't be next year, they're all working 600 hours a week chained to their desk, aren't they? So that will be next year
And they're
somehow.
happy to do it.
Well,
Yeah.
who knows that? But yeah. Moving on to December 9th, boys. Coming to Xbox X and S, we have Thank Goodness You're Here, which me and Pengi both played. Was it last year or the year before? I can't remember.
I think it was last year.
But I think we both very much liked. I definitely
Mhm.
did. Very much enjoyed that game. So that's good for more people to be able to play that because it is fantastic. And I can't remember how much I paid for it on the PlayStation, but it wasn't very much, like £12 or something like that. Right?
Yeah, it wasn't that much.
So it's very well priced, and it's very fun for what it is. I really enjoyed that one. Indeed, so recommend people check that out if they haven't already. On to December 11th. Another one for the Switch 2 is Warhammer 4000 Rogue Trader, Dave.
Hell yeah.
Which is their, like, is this their CRPG
Yeah, it's so good.
one?
It's so fucking good, Craigo.
This is the one they made quite a big deal of this on
Yeah.
was it the Switch 2 launch? This is one of the ones that was like there, right, as the big third party ones.
Yes,
actually
it's
coming now.
it won Steam Deck Game of the year it came out, and Warhammer's on quite a big tear at the moment with their games. They've just put a lot of money into it, and it's going really well. Yeah, really good. If you like the universe, it plays more like XCOM than like Baldur's Gate because obviously it's in space, so you have like guns and shit. But yeah, really good, really freaking good. But yeah,
When are we finally getting that TV show of Henry Cavill?
that'll be next year. There's a lot of CG that's got to go into
Interesting.
that, right? But also, I just want to
Yeah.
stop you here, Creo. How good is December already? You're on the 11th. The game you've listed off about 7 games even I would play. It's wild.
Yeah.
What month?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like we've said this before. Like back in today, you think December, January, February was a barren, empty wasteland, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, nothing.
Even into like March and that, like nothing would come out back then. You get like one big game would come out in like 4 or 5 months. Now it's just endless, isn't it? Absolutely endless.
Because every month is like this. When we get to the January one, like I
Mhm.
was looking because I was just like, well, what's coming out? Like I was like, I want to know what I want to, like pre-order and have a look. And I was like, this is ridiculous, literally ridiculous.
Yeah.
January, February, there's about 5 Resident Evil games coming out on the same day. Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, carry on. Carry
Right, December 12th, boys. December 12th is a big day for Save Slot 3. Because that is when Terminator 2D No Fate does come out. And this would be the last game. Comes out for our Fantasy Critic boys. So this is when we will know the results. This is the closest year we've ever done. It's going to be it's going to come down to this. It's quite cool because normally whenever we've done Fantasy Critic, right, boys, it's over well before now, isn't it? You know who's winning in bloody October, if not before that, right? So yeah, this is going to be the last game, and it's one that looks really good as well, right? Boys, I know you in particular, Dave. Like look at this when it was first
Oh,
announced.
yeah.
Hence why you took it on fantasy, I guess.
Yeah, I think this looks great. I mean, the film's one of the best films ever made.
Yeah.
And they've looks like they've really captured that film, and the art style looks cool. Yeah, if it sticks to landing, it could be good. I worry because it's so late in the year and there's so many other games, but I think it looks really interesting.
Or it gets delayed again. Would be pretty bad for you.
Yeah, I think they'd be pretty close, but stranger things have happened, so I think this looks cool.
Do we know any
Also,
like price or anything like that for it? Or...
no, there's a physical release. It's like 35 quid or something. It's a let me check on Amazon for you. So I guess it's going to be similar priced on digital, but I don't know.
It's £25 digital on
Okay, yeah,
on Switch. Pardon me.
yeah, 42.95 the physical is.
Yeah, it comes with a lot of gubbins, doesn't it? It comes with like stickers and a map or
Yeah,
keychain or
even
whatever.
the standard one comes with a few bits and pieces. Yeah, it comes with a poster, some sort of manual, coin.
They
Triple
know the
cover.
sort of people that are interested in this down
Yeah,
there. And they're appealing to that like collectory sort of market.
Yeah,
aren't
yeah.
they, at the end of the day? But yeah, it's one that looks pretty cool. So yeah, it'd be interesting when it does come out to see like you said how it lands and if it is one that any of us end up playing. I think £25 digital doesn't sound too bad, right?
Yeah, I think
It's,
it's,
No,
I think
it's
it's a
not.
good price.
If it's decent quality and
Mhm.
not like half an hour long. So we'll see that, and like I said, it'll be interesting to see because then we will find out finally who's won fantasy for this year.
I guess it could be all over Prime 4 and
Oh yeah, if they
yeah.
like do amazing and Marvel Cosmic Invasion doesn't get like a huge it could be
Yeah.
but we won't know by then what Terminator needs to get. If Terminator needs to get like 30 points, then obviously Dave could be in trouble. But
Yeah.
um, hopefully it's still in it. Hopefully it's like it needs like an achievable amount so the tension goes on.
Yeah, absolutely for the
'Cause
fans.
that'd be cool, right? For this year. And then boys,
Craig, on the same day though, it's not on your list. Is Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection physical? The physical is out of Mortal Kombat.
is this the one that's fucking nominated for fighting
The
game of
best
the year?
fighting,
Even
yes,
though
it's
Even though
best.
it's a
literally
fucking
a
collection.
buggy mess as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
you can't play
what's
online. The
happened
online
there?
is the online's unplayable, but but the
What are we
physical is
doing?
out.
Surely
Yeah.
there's some like indie fighting game we could have nominated instead for that. Like,
Honestly,
surely
Craigo,
we could.
this Keeley can't be stopped, nor will he.
No.
No, you're true. You're right. And then on December 15th, boys, this is one that I'm bewildered by. Man-Eater comes to iOS and Android.
Hell yeah!
How's that happening?
You can
That's
be a
a
shark on a
strange thing to be
plane.
saying. Yeah, I liked Man-Eater when I played it on Game Pass and Xbox back in the day.
It's a
but
great,
it's
it's a
weird to
great
see it.
jingle.
Great to see it come to mobile. Very strange.
But Red Dead Redemption's coming to mobile, so is
Yeah.
strange?
It's true. It's just maybe I'm just an old man and seeing
You
that in
can
front
play,
of me
you
just
can
looks
play Death
strange.
Stranded on a mobile. It's
Yep.
You two have never sounded more like boomers than you have about phones.
Yeah, mobile gaming to me, Dave, is just
No, I know.
it's the
I'm with
snake,
you.
isn't it?
I'm
Like,
with you.
or it's old people playing bloody Bejeweled or whatever.
I've done it.
sort
I
of
do everything
things.
else on my phone. I don't need to play games on it as well.
Yeah, exactly. And then the last game on Game Informer is December 16th, apparently, and that is the Rogue Prince of Persia comes to Switch and Switch 2.
Nice.
It's obviously a roguelike 2D Prince of Persia game, and I think it did pretty well.
It's
People
on
who
Game
like that
Pass,
sort of
right?
thing
I think.
liked it, right? Which is a bit weird because we had two 2D Prince of Persia games come out. Like,
And
very
neither of
close to
them
each other.
sold, so it's all good.
No. And like I said, they're both liked by the people who like those sort of games as well. So, yeah, but strange, but yeah, that's the last game coming out of the year, apparently, according to.
So we'll go through what you've missed, Craigo. So we've got on December number 9th, we've got Goodnight Universe physical on Switch 2 and PS5.
Is that the one that Pengi played and didn't
Yeah.
like?
Yeah.
It's £21.
Didn't.
And what else have we got on December. Well, I can't read what that says. No, it's out now, so I'll ignore that. It must have come out yesterday. And on December 18th, we have the physical for Yuka Replayly, which has been available digitally for a little while. But yeah, you can get it now physical. And the physical comes with stickers, a map, and all that kind of stuff. And it is a full physical on Switch, because I know Pengi likes to know that, so you get the whole game. And it's a game... I like the original, and the updated version is supposed to be quite good. So, there we go, Craig. But I think that's all you've missed, so you may live to fight another day.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So, yeah, like you said, it's a decent month for December. I think obviously Metroid's the big one, right, boys?
Yeah.
I think that's the one we're all getting. Playing. That and Marvel Cosmic Invasion, right? It's the two I think we'll all play.
Yeah.
Obviously, none of these games are eligible for Game of the Year, Craig.
No.
It gets more farcical the more you read it, innit? Like, you look at all those games, like, not to go on a rant, but, like, there's 4 or 5 games there that could be our favourite games of the year. Feasibly, right?
Yeah.
But, nope.
Yeah. Sonic Racing Plus World Nintendo Switch 2 Edition could be the best racer I play all year.
Yeah, you got Octopath Traveler.
Could be the best RPG.
Metroid Prime could be just generally the best game.
Yeah, could be.
There we go.
Yeah.
Cheers, Jeff.
It's like you should have Game Awards in January.
Like we do, and we've done every year.
Yeah. Because you also could, Craig might get... He won't, because it's... Okay, he might get Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection for Christmas.
He won't.
He won't, but he could do, and he'd be like, oh no, I've already done Game of the Year, but I've just got this game that came out this year.
Craig's just on his knees shouting to the clouds, why, God, have you forsaken me?
Yeah.
God, I'm excited for Yakuza Kiwami 3. Such a slick looking case, isn't it? Oh. Looking at it now,
it's wild.
The
fact they just chucked that like standalone game in there as well. It's like they could have sold that separately.
Yeah.
Like I think the man who erased his name and Pirate Accuser's done like pretty well for him, right? So, but the fact they just chucked it in with it, it's just a great deal, isn't it? It's crazy.
Yeah, they must do so well. They obviously, 'cause they've built the engine, right? So they're just like, well, fuck it, we might as well just make all the games. But yeah, there's a whole conversation to be had about lots of things, I think, on this podcast. But I'm on Amazon right now. There is so many Switch 2 games already. Like, it is wild how many games have either come out or are coming out and are in Switch 2.
Oh, yeah, there's over like 100 Switch 2 games already.
Yeah, like, it is crazy.
Obviously, digital, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's cool. It's cool to see. Feasibly, it could be your only console and you wouldn't really miss a whole lot looking at this, which is... I don't think the Switch 1 was like that the first 6 months. They had the Wii U game and that one Mario
even in the last 6 months. I think if you were trying to do that, you probably weren't. It's fairly miserable existence. Hogwarts Legacy on it and that sort of thing was.
Yeah, so I think third parties has always been the thing, right? Whereas I look at this now and I'm like, well, I probably will pick up Yakuza on Switch 2, right, to play it in bed, and not feel like I'm really missing out on a whole lot.
Yeah.
Which was obviously with Switch, like you play some Switch one, because like the example I use, and I'll talk about it when we do our Game of the Year, is MLB The Show, because it only had a Switch 1 version, which obviously I bought when I was in America, and it looks like a PS1 game, let alone a PS2. Like, it looks terrible. Like, it runs really good now on the Switch 2, but like, it is like laughably ugly. It's uglier than that football game I played on 360. But there we go. That's a conversation for another day, boys. But yeah, that's the show. It's going to be a good month. So we should have a show next week. It's obviously, touch wood, Chloe should be returning on Friday, barring any sort of shenanigans at airports. So we'll figure something out. There should be at least 1 or 2 more shows before the new year. But yeah.
When's the Game Awards? Will the Game Awards
it's the 13th. 12th, sorry.
The week after.
It's so it'd be on the Friday morning for us.
Thursday night, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And I'm leaving the country on Thursday the 18th, and not returning until the new year. So that will be when we take our break. So there's a couple episodes before that, so we're all good fun. But yeah,
get the Keeleys in.
Get the Keeleys in. Get the old fantasy critic finished off.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for watching. If you got this far, let us know what games you're excited about, and if you're going to pick up Metroid or Yakuza or Marvel or whatever. And is this the best December that's ever happened in gaming? Let us know. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.